Hey everyone, welcome to the world of M&A. I'm Rithwik. On this channel, we break down the biggest mergers, acquisitions, and billion-dollar deals happening around the world in a simple, clear, and super interesting way. If you're someone who loves business, finance, or just wants to stay ahead of how the world really works, make sure to subscribe because I'll be bringing you many more of these deep dives every week. Now let's dive into today's fascinating deal. What if I told you that one company secretly controls who gets cast in your favorite movies, owns the UFC octagon where your favorite fighters compete, and just got bought for $13 billion by tech billionaires who want to stay completely out of the spotlight? This is the story of Endeavor, the company you've never heard of that basically owns Hollywood, and how Silicon Valley's most powerful private equity firm just made them disappear from public view forever. I'm Rithwik, and this deal is way bigger than anyone realizes. Let me introduce you to the most powerful company in entertainment that you probably can't name. Endeavor Group Holdings, run by Ari Emanuel, the real-life inspiration for Ari Gold from HBO's Entourage. This isn't just some talent agency. We're talking about the company that represents everyone from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to Oprah Winfrey, owns the UFC where Conor McGregor fights, controls WWE where John Cena performs, and literally decides who gets to be famous. Think of Endeavor as the puppet master of American entertainment. Through their talent agency WME, they control A-list actors, directors, and athletes. Through their ownership of TKO Group, they control combat sports. They're basically the Disney of behind-the-scenes power. Then there's silverlake. And this is where it gets interesting. Most people think private equity firms are just boring financial guys in suits. Silverlake is different. They're the tech world's kingmakers. They've backed everyone from Airbnb to Dell Technologies, Skype to Twitter. When Silverlake writes a check, entire industries change. With $103 billion under management, Silverlake doesn't just buy companies, they transform them. And in April 2024, they set their sights on Hollywood's biggest power broker. This wasn't a hostile takeover or a dramatic boardroom battle. This was a calculated move that started way before anyone noticed. Silverlake had been circling Endeavor since October 2023, when they publicly expressed interest. But here's the thing. They weren't outsiders looking in. Silverlake was already a major shareholder. They knew the business inside and out. Ari Emanuel and his team at Endeavor were facing a problem. Running a public company means quarterly earnings calls, activist investors, and constant pressure to show growth. But entertainment is unpredictable. Some years you have blockbuster movies and record UFC pay-per-views. Other years, you don't. Silverlake offered a solution. Go private. No more quarterly pressure, no more public scrutiny, just pure focus on long-term growth. The negotiations were surprisingly smooth. Within 5 to 6 months, they had a deal. Endeavor's independent directors unanimously recommended it. No competing bidders emerged. It was like watching a perfectly choreographed dance. By April 2024, the announcement was made. By March 2025, Endeavor was officially private. In corporate terms, that's lightning speed for a $13 billion deal. Let's break down the numbers, because this deal is financially fascinating. $13 billion equity value, but $25 billion total enterprise value when you include debt. That's bigger than the GDP of most countries. Silverlake paid $27.50 per share, all cash. No funny business with stock swaps or earnouts. Here's what makes this deal incredible. They paid a 55% premium over where the stock was trading before rumors started. In private equity terms, that's massive. Usually, you see 20 to 30% premiums. Silverlake basically said, "We want this so badly, we'll pay whatever it takes." But why pay so much? Because Endeavor isn't just a talent agency. They own 51% of TKO Group, which controls both UFC and WWE. Those aren't just sports entertainment companies. They're content production machines generating billions in revenue from streaming deals, merchandise, and live events. The math is simple, but powerful. UFC generates around $1 billion annually. WWE generates another $1.3 billion. Add in the talent agency business, live events, and content production, and you're looking at a cash-generating machine that's perfectly positioned for the streaming wars. Silverlake financed this through a combination of their own funds and anchor investors, including Mubadala Investment Company and Michael Dell's family office. No traditional debt syndication needed. That's how confident they were in the deal. This deal isn't just about one company changing hands. It's about the entire entertainment industry's future. First, it's the largest private equity take-private deal in media and entertainment history. That sets a new benchmark for how valuable content and talent representation have become in the streaming age. Think about it. Netflix, Disney+, Amazon Prime, Apple TV Plus are all desperately fighting for content. Endeavor doesn't just represent the talent, they own the content creation machine. They can package deals that include A-list actors, directors, and even the venues where content gets promoted. This deal also signals that public markets might not be the best place for entertainment companies anymore. The pressure for quarterly growth doesn't match the reality of creative industries. Going private allows for the kind of long-term thinking that builds media empires. For competitors, this is terrifying. CAA, ICM Partners, and other talent agencies now face a rival with unlimited private equity backing. Silverlake can invest in technology, acquire smaller agencies, and outbid everyone for top talent. For consumers, it's complicated. On one hand, this consolidated power could lead to better, more efficiently produced content. On the other hand, when one company controls this much of the entertainment pipeline, it raises questions about diversity of voices and content. Here's what I think's really happening here, and why this deal matters way more than people realize. Silverlake isn't just buying an entertainment company. They're buying a data and technology play disguised as Hollywood glamour. Endeavor knows exactly what content resonates with audiences because they represent the talent creating it. They know which fighters draw pay-per-view buys, which actors open movies, which storylines work. In an age where content is king, that data is worth billions. Silverlake can use that intelligence to make better investment decisions across their entire portfolio. But I'm concerned about the concentration of power. Endeavor already wielded enormous influence over who gets famous and what content gets made. Now they have virtually unlimited capital backing them. That's a lot of power in very few hands. From a financial perspective, this deal makes perfect sense. Entertainment is recession-proof. People always need escapism. UFC and WWE have loyal global audiences that generate predictable revenue. The talent agency business is essentially a toll booth on Hollywood's success. The real genius is the timing. Silverlake bought Endeavor right as the streaming wars are hitting their peak, when live sports are becoming more valuable than ever, and when celebrity culture is merging with social media influence. So there you have it, the $13 billion deal that just privatized Hollywood's biggest power broker. Silverlake didn't just acquire Endeavor, they bought control over a significant chunk of American entertainment. From the actors in your favorite movies, to the fighters in the octagon, to the wrestlers in the ring, this deal touches almost every corner of popular culture. Whether this concentration of power is good for creativity and competition remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the entertainment industry just got a whole lot more consolidated and a whole lot more connected to Silicon Valley money. What do you think? Is this the future of entertainment? Tech billionaires pulling the strings behind Hollywood's biggest stars? Or are we creating entertainment monopolies that could stifle creativity? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you want more deep dives into the deals that are reshaping entire industries, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.